and his announcements and statements were really important for the nation of Azerbaijan, and it was an important message to the whole world, which states that Azerbaijan is not on his own. Nobody should intervene in Azerbaijan operation because Azerbaijan is trying to seek what is rightfully belongs to his, and Turkey is standing next to Azerbaijan was the main message. And this was an important sign of solidarity between Turkey and Azerbaijan, and it also once again has been proven that Azerbaijan is right in terms of its operations. We have seized the illegal occupation which has been going on for a while, and of course the Turkey's support motivated us even further, and by making use of this moral support, we were able to liberate our lands from the occupiers. As I host my brother and as I was hosted in Turkey by my brother, I always stated that there are no such countries like Turkey and Azerbaijan which are so close to each other. If you assess the whole history, you will never find any other two countries which are so close to each other. The common religion, history, civilization, language, and also the common literature, and also the common politics exist between these two countries. Turkey and Azerbaijan is following their independent policies, and as Turkey becomes stronger, Azerbaijan becomes much more stronger as well. And thanks to my brother, Turkey has become one of the important centers for and also the advocates for the oppressed and the suppressed people. And Turkey is always underlining the importance of justice and the rule of law. The Erdoğan's Turkey is a role example to the whole globe. It is an example of courage, development, and bravery. This agreement that we have undersigned together with him today will enable the investments of the developed industries of Turkey. And this agreement is only one of the agreements that we have undersigned so far. And also, Mr. Bayraktar, who is a member of the developed Turkish defense industry, created a huge difference in our operation against the Armenia. And the whole world once again realized how developed the Turkish industry is. Today is a historical day, and the Turkish and Azerbaijani soldiers, shoulder to shoulder, has participated in the victory parade in our square, and all the buildings and the streets have been embellished with the Turkish and the Azerbaijani flags, and these were the reflections of the emotions of our nation. This is a very important moral wealth that we have been longing for many centuries. The nations are next to each other, the leaders are next to each other, and they are brothers and sisters. And we always be together in the sorrowful times and in the joyful days. And we are together today, and this will be the case always. And this solidarity between Turkey and Azerbaijan is not only important for those two countries, but also important for the whole region, because our politics are based on the cooperation between brotherly and sisterly countries. And during our talks with my brother, we also had a chance to discuss what will happen in the future. And I also would like to state that our mentality and our ideas are overlapping and matching with each other. We should establish a platform for cooperation in the region. It might be a multi-party platform for further cooperation, and all the countries of the region might benefit from this platform. There is a traditional cooperation between Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Georgia, and there is the cooperation between Turkey, Iran, Russia, Iran, and Azerbaijan. So we would like to knot all of those platforms together so that the cooperation will be even further. If we can take if the Armenians can take lessons from this operation, and if they are getting rid of their ungrounded claims, then we would like to state that we are open for further cooperation, and our announcements and our statements have always underlined this importance. We should establish this justice. I once again would like to remind that we are not the responsible party for this illegal occupation. We always waited support from Minsk trilateral group, and we waited the support from the international community to obey the UN resolutions, but this didn't happen. The status quo continued, and we changed the status quo, and we sacked the enemy from our lands, and we destroyed their army, and we also destroyed their main ideologies. But after that, we once again stated that we are open for cooperation and collaboration, and by establishing this cooperation in the region, hopefully we will minimize the risk for further conflicts in the region. As we look forward to the future, we always underline the importance of our ideas about the liberation of our lands. Nagorno-Karabakh will be one of the most beautiful places and regions in the world, hopefully with thanks to the contribution coming from our brother Turkey. We have discussed certain projects about infrastructure and the railway. The Turkish and Azerbaijani companies will participate in those projects altogether, and hopefully those projects will be realized in the shortest time possible, so that a new fresh breath will be provided for this region. Once again, on behalf of the Azerbaijani nation and people, I'd like to thank the Turkish nation and the Turkish government, because we have seen a huge level of solidarity coming from Turkey, and all the ministers, Mr. President, and the Turkish Grand National Assembly, the members of the press, by putting their lives under risks, they prepared those interviews and negotiations. And thanks to those interviews of the members of the press, the whole world listened and followed what happened here. And I also would like to send my regards to Turkish people who were happy, just like the Azerbaijani people. The unity between Azerbaijan and Turkey is indestroyable. Welcome once again to your homeland, I would like to say, Mr. President. And Azerbaijani people showed their joy and their support to us on the streets, and the road in the province of Shusha will be constructed by the Turkish companies, and after that, hopefully, we will go to the region all together.
Değerli kardeşime, Sayın Cumhurbaşkanına ben de özellikle bu
First
zafer
of all,
gününde vermiş
to my
oldukları bu mesaj
dear brother,
sebebiyle
I
şahsım
would
ve
like
heyetim
to
adına
thank
çok teşekkür ediyorum.
my brother,
Ve
Mr.
bu
President, on
zaferin
behalf of myself and
tabii
on
ilk
behalf of
başta
my delegation.
bu işin liderliğini yapan kardeşime, onun şahsında
Of course,
tüm
I would like
Azeri Türk
to
kardeşlerime mübarek
congratulate
olmasını şahsım,
Mr. President and
heyetim,
also
milletim adına ben de
Azerbaijani
diliyorum
people
ve tekrar tebrik
with
ediyorum.
regards to this victory.
Gerçekten
Once again, I would like to
44
congratulate
günlük bir savaş
all of you.
sonrasında
After
ortaya çıkan
a war
netice
lasted for the 4 days,
Azerbaycan'daki kardeşlerimizi
the
nasıl
result
sevindirdiyse
made
aynı
Azerbaijani people
şekilde
so happy, but at the same time,
Türkiye'deki kardeşlerini de
we
sevindirmiştir.
are as happy as the Azerbaijani
Bu
people
gerek şahsımızda
after this
gerek
result.
tüm milletimizin şahsında yaşanan bir
This
sevinçtir.
is a joy
Gerek hükümetimiz olarak
experienced by our government and
gerekse bu
all Turkish
noktada
people.
parlamentonun büyük bir kısmı olarak
Both our
bu
government
sevinci
and the
beraber
majority of
yaşadık.
the parliament
Ve buna
have
özellikle de yazılı
experienced this
görsel
joy
medyanın da büyük
altogether.
bir kısmı
And
aynı şekilde
also, I would
katıldı
like to state that
ve bu
the
zaferi
majority
beraber
of the members of
sürekli
the
olarak
press have
kutladılar.
also celebrated
Mesajlarını da
this
bu
victory,
istikamette
and
hep verdiler.
they have always
Şu anda
conveyed
tabii
their
bugün bu
messages
törenlere biz
by celebrating
kardeşimin
it.
de davetiyle geldik
We have
ve
come to this parade
caddedeki
after
o heyecanı
the invitation
gördüğümüz
of my
zaman
brother, and when you
böyle
see the
bir
joy and the
zaferin
excitement of the people on the
neticesinde
streets
ancak
during
coşku
the
böyle
Victory Day
olurdu,
parade,
bu şekilde olurdu, bunu gördük.
of course, we were
Ve
more
tabii
than
ki böyle
happy
bir zafere
because
tebrik
such
etmek,
kind of
mübarek
a
olsun
victory
demek herhalde bizim de görevimizdir.
should be congratulated. I do believe
Rabbim
this is our
bundan
duty.
sonraki süreci
I pray for
inşallah
God
başarılarla dolu olarak devam
to
ettirmeyi
enable
de nasip etsin.
Azerbaijan to succeed even further
Ortada şu
in the
anda
upcoming
tabii
term.
bugün etraflıca kardeşimle görüştük.
We had a chance to
Yani
discuss many topics
Karabağ
together with my
niçin
brother.
acaba bugüne kadar böyle sürüncemede kaldı?
We
30
discussed
sene
why the issue
niçin
of Nagorno-Karabakh
Karabağ'da
couldn't be
bu
solved
çile
for 30
çekti?
years, why people
Bu
have suffered
Minsk
in the
üçlüsü
province of
denilen
Nagorno-Karabakh for
üçlünün
30
işini
years. What was the
bunlar
responsibility and the
dünyanın
duty of
işte
Minsk
en güçlü
trilateral
ülkeleriydi.
group?
Amerika,
Because they were
Rusya,
the most
Fransa
powerful
niçin bu
countries
kadar
of the world,
oyalandı?
USA, Russia, and
Neden
France. But why
neticelendirilmedi?
this
Acaba bunu
problem
neticeye
didn't come to an end?
kavuşturamaz mıydılar?
Couldn't they have solved this
Neden o
problem?
zaman
Most
oyalandı?
probably they could have. Why?
Fakat
They
daha
just
sonra
lingered this problem.
çok daha olumlu mesajlar gelmeye başladı.
But we have also seen that
Bunların
positive
başında da
messages have been
Fransa
conveyed. France
devamlı
Of
kardeşimi
course.
arıyordu.
was calling my brother all the time,
Neticeler elde etmeye çalışıyordu.
and they are
Zaman
trying
zaman bize
to
de
learn
ulaşmak
about
istedi
the
ama
results from
doğrusu
my
biz de
brother, and
dönmedik.
they tried to reach out to us, but we didn't call them back
Çünkü
because
biliyorduk ki dert
we
başkaydı.
knew that
Ve
they have a
bunu
different
da
agenda,
özellikle kardeşlerimiz artık
and
göbeğimizi keseceğiz dediler. Adımı
our
attılar.
brothers
Öyle
said
mi?
that they will take the issue into their
Adımı
own
attıktan
hands,
sonra da
and they
zaten
have taken a
iş
step
yürümeye
further,
başladı.
and the whole
İş
problem
yürümeye başladıktan sonra da
is started to be
biz burada
resolving.
Sayın Putin'le
And
görüşmeler yaptık.
after the
Aynı
preliminary
şekilde
results
işin
have been
diplomasi boyutunu
obtained, we had a
Dışişleri
chance
Bakanım
to speak with Mr.
Mevlüt Bey
Putin,
yürüttü.
and the
Özellikle
diplomacy has
bu
been
noktada
supervised and carried out by
istihbarat
my foreign
boyutu yürütüldü,
affairs
savunma
minister.
boyutu yürütüldü.
Of course, the
Ve bütün
intelligence
bu
services
çalışmalarla birlikte
have
de
been going
yola
on in the region,
çok daha farklı
And
şekilde gelişmeye
after
başladı.
all of those activities and
Hele
operations,
hele
the whole
ben burada
atmosphere
Sayın
has
Putin'in
changed.
yaklaşımlarını bir
And
kenara koyamam. Gerçekten
of course, I
onun
cannot
olumlu
put the
yaklaşımları
approach, the
da
positive
bu
approach of
süreci
Mr. Putin
olumlu
aside,
istikamette
because his positive approach
götürmeye yardımcı oldu.
enabled
Ve
us
iş bu
to
noktaya kadar da nitekim şu anda
carry this
gelmiş bulunuyor.
operation positively,
Bu
and you
arada
can see
yine
where we have
kardeşimin
come
az
to
önce de
this day.
ifade ettiği platform
And
konusunu
I also would
doğrusu
like to state
ben de
that
çok önemsiyorum.
this platform, which has been mentioned by my
Gerekirse
brother, is
altılı
also
bir platform da
important. We can
oluşturabiliriz
set up a
dedi.
platform
Ve
in
bunu
which
Sayın
6
Putin de
countries of the region might
kabullendi.
participate, and Mr. Putin
Neydi o altılı
has
platform?
also
Rusya,
embraced
Türkiye,
this idea. Russia,
Azerbaycan,
Turkey, Azerbaijan, Iran,
Gürcistan
Georgia,
eğer kabullenir,
and
uyarlarsa
if they
Ermenistan da
accept,
bu
of
platformun
course,
içerisinde
Armenia
yer
might be
alabilir.
a member of this
Ve
platform
böylece
as
altılı
well, so
platformla
that this
bir
platform
bölgesel
comprised
barışı
of 6
tesis edelim
countries
dendi.
might
Şimdi
serve
tabii bu
for the
bölgesel
regional peace.
barışın bu bölgedeki ülkelere getireceği
Of
yükler
course, the
var.
regional peace
Bu yüklerin
will
altyapı, üst yapı,
bring along many
siyasi,
duties and
bunun yanında
responsibilities for the
diplomatik
countries in the
birçok
region.
yüklediği görevler var.
There will be many
Bugün de
duties
yine
and
kardeşime
responsibilities
söyledim.
in terms of the
Eğer dedim
politics,
bu konuda
infrastructure, and
olumlu adım
further
atıldığı
investments.
takdirde
I
biz de
even
kapalı
today
olan
have
kapılarımızı
stated that
açarız.
if the positive
Ama yeter
steps
ki bu
are
olumlu
being
adımlar
taken, we
atılmış
can
olsun.
open our
Biz de yani
borders, which
kapılarımızı
have
Ermenistan'a
been closed for a
kapatalım diye bir
while.
derdimiz yok.
Well, we have
Çünkü
no
biz
uh,
barışın güvercinleri olmak
problems.
istiyoruz.
We
Barışın
don't want
adımlarını
to
atmak istiyoruz.
keep our
Kaldı
borders
ki
closed
bizim
to
Ermenistan
Armenia.
halkına da bir
We
kinimiz
would
yok.
like to be
Sıkıntı bizim
the
Ermenistan'ın
embassies of the
yönetimiyledir.
peace. We
Benim
have no
ülkemde
problems
100
with
bini
the
aşkın
Armenian people, but we
Ermeni
only
vatandaşım
have
var.
problems
Bunların
with the
içerisinde
Armenian government.
vatandaşlık
In
hakkını
Turkey,
elde
more
edeni
than
var.
100,000
Elde
Armenians
etmeyeni var.
live.
Ama biz
Some
onları
of
dahi
them
ülkemizde ne yapıyoruz?
has
Misafir ediyoruz.
citizenship. Some
Niye?
of them
Bizim insanlara
don't
bir
have
kinimiz yok.
citizenship, but we host
Maksat
them in Turkey because we
özellikle
are not
bu
against them.
barışı hakim kılalım.
At the end of the day, what we are
Egemen
trying to
kılalım. Adımı da
accomplish
buna göre
is to
atalım.
establish the peace
Ama
so that
burada
the further steps
tabii
can be
liderlikler çok
taken.
önemli.
Of course,
Yani
leaders
kalkıp da
will
sen
play a significant part.
Karabağ'ı kendi meclisinden geçirdiğin bir kararla
So at the end of the day,
burası artık
you cannot say
devlettir.
that Karabağ
Ve biz
is
burayı bu
an
şekilde
independent
tanıdık.
state, and we
Buna hakkına
recognized
sahibiz.
it after
Ya bunu kalkıp
your
da
parliament
Paşinyan
ratified
bile
the
kabul etmiyor.
decision. Even Pashinyan didn't
Sen
accept
kalkıyorsun,
that.
Macron
I
olarak
mean,
böyle
as
bir şeyi
Macron,
getirip
how can you
meclisinden geçirmeye yöneliyorsun.
take such kind of a decision
Devlet
and try to
idaresi
ratify
öğrenememiş.
it from the French parliament? It's
Devlet
obvious that
yönetimini de
Macron
anlamamış.
couldn't
Öğrenmemiş.
learn how the
Nerede,
politics
ne, nasıl olur?
are,
Bunu
and
da
he
bilmiyor.
has no
Yarın
idea
bana
how
tabii
to
bu
administer a
akşam
state.
kritik
Most
olay
probably
gelirse.
he will get angry with
Ama
me
öyle de olsa biz
tomorrow,
haklı
or most
söylemek
probably
zorundayız.
he will get angry with
Bunu
me
söylemezsek
tonight.
zaten
But this is the case,
görevimizi
this is the
yapmış oluruz.
reality. If we are not
Bunları
speaking the
başaracağız.
truth and reality, then as the
Tabii
politicians we are not
bugünkü
fulfilling our
törenler,
duties and
bugünkü
responsibilities.
heyecan burada farklı bir durum
Of course,
ortaya.
today's Victory Day
Şimdi
parade and the joy
artık
in the streets showed a
Azerbaycan
totally different picture
bu
to the whole world.
yeni oluşumdan sonra
After
ben
this new
inanıyorum ki
platform,
çok ciddi
Azerbaijan,
altyapıyı, üst yapıyı
I do
bölgede
believe,
oluşturma
will
adımlarını
construct
atacak.
the
Ve bu
superstructure
adımlarla
and
beraber de
infrastructure in the region,
temenni
and the
budur
necessary
ki
steps will be
inşallah
taken
şöyle
in order to
yaz
construct the
mevsimiyle beraber
infrastructure in the
yapılan
region.
yeni yollardan
Hopefully,
tabii öğrendiğim kadarıyla
we will have a chance to
inşallah
go through those roads which will
yollar
be
yapılacak,
constructed. And as far as
yollar
I
yapılacak. Bu konuda
learned
kararı
from my
zaten
brother,
Sayın
the
Başkan vermiş.
railroads and the railways
Bu
will
yollarla
be
beraber
constructed. The
yani
new roads will be
Nahçıvan'ın
constructed.
Zengilan'a, Zengilan'dan kuzeye
Nahçıvan,
bu
Zengilan,
yollar
from
yapıldığı
Zengilan
zaman
to
hava
the
değişecek.
northern provinces, the whole investment environment will be changing. And after those roads are being constructed, we have stated to each other that we will come together in the province of Shusha. Shusha is an important history, as you know. So seeing Shusha with its historical texture is what we longed for, and we will remember our veterans and our martyrs in the region. Of course, we have wounded and injured soldiers. We wish fast recovery to all of them. Of course, we have lost many soldiers, and they died martyr by believing in something. And of course, we should remember them. We should remember their spirits. And we should hear the adhans, because they are not dead. Our martyrs are still alive. Of course, when we see our veterans, we were very happy because they became veterans for not in vain. They became veterans for giving Karabakh to its rightful owners. And those veterans, together with our martyrs, they realized that and they gave Karabakh back to its rightful owner. We have discussed many infrastructure projects in the region. Of course, they burned mosques and whatever is left in the region. They even burned churches in the region. I cannot understand why they did this. And of course, all of those demolished places will be reconstructed. I remember what kind of a Baku there is 20 years ago. The whole texture of the Baku has changed. The Azerbaijani government, which flourished Baku within 20 years, I am certain that they will reconstruct this province within 3 or 5 years, so the whole environment will totally change. This power and ability is inherent in my brother Ilham Aliyev, because he has proven it already. As we visited the graveyard, İsmail Kahraman, the president of the parliament, the chair of the parliament, has stated that every time I visited Azerbaijan, I have seen a totally different Baku and Azerbaijan, he stated that. And I have experienced it many times within 20 years. And I am certain that when we will visit Karabakh again in the next summer, we will see a totally new Karabakh, and we will see how it changes already. Of course, we have undersigned many agreements, but they are, of course, symbolic agreements. We will undersign many more bilateral agreements, and hopefully with those agreements and cooperation, Azerbaijan and Karabakh will continue to flourish. I pray for God to help us, and I pray for God for the forgiveness of our martyrs and fast recovery of our veterans, and I wish your success will increase in the future. May it be auspicious for everyone. Thank you.
Cumhurbaşkanı Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Azerbaycan
President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan,
ortak basın toplantısı düzenledi.
Azerbaijan President İlham Aliyev hosted a press meeting together. The agreements for cooperation have been undersigned between two countries, and the two leaders have shared their emotions and feelings, and both of them has stated that we should establish a platform for further cooperation and collaboration. It was stated both by İlham Aliyev and President of Turkey, Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, and our president also stated that we can establish a platform of six: Russia, Turkey, Iran, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and if they accept, Armenia can participate in this platform. The ultimate aim is to establish regional peace.
Efendim, Azerbaycan'daki canlı yayının ortak basın toplantısının ardından gün içinden de gelişmelere bir bakalım istiyoruz. Libya'da Hafter güçlerinin 5 Aralık'ta alıkoyduğu Türk gemisi serbest bırakıldı. Şimdi detayları alacağız. Cuma Yavuz karşımızda.